What if everything we thought we knew about the birth of galaxies happened much sooner than anyone imagined? For decades, astronomers believed the first galaxies needed hundreds of millions of years to slowly emerge from the darkness after the Big Bang. But then, a single faint point of light changed everything. Hidden at the very edge of the observable universe, the James Webb Space Telescope discovered a galaxy so distant that its light began its journey nearly 13.5 billion years ago, when the universe itself was only around 290 million years old. And what scientists found there wasn't what anyone expected. What if everything we thought we knew about the birth of galaxies happened much sooner than anyone imagined? For decades, astronomers believed the first galaxies needed hundreds of millions of years to slowly emerge from the darkness after the Big Bang. But then a single faint point of light changed everything. Hidden at the very edge of the observable universe, the James Webb Space Telescope discovered a galaxy so distant that its light began its journey nearly 13.5 billion years ago, when the universe itself was only around 290 million years old. And what scientists found there wasn't what anyone expected. Welcome to Dr. Malcolm, where we explore the biggest discoveries, deepest mysteries, and most fascinating stories from across our universe. If space fills you with wonder, consider subscribing and joining us as we uncover the discoveries that are reshaping our understanding of reality. Because today's story isn't just about a distant galaxy, it's about looking so far into space that we're watching the universe almost as it began. Before we travel billions of years into the past, let's start with a simple question. What exactly is a galaxy? A galaxy is an enormous collection of stars, gas, dust, planets, and an even larger amount of invisible dark matter, all held together by gravity. Our own home, the Milky Way, contains hundreds of billions of stars, and beyond it lie hundreds of billions, perhaps even trillions of other galaxies scattered throughout the observable universe. Each one is a vast island of stars. Each one tells part of the story of cosmic history. One of the strangest facts in astronomy is that telescopes are actually time machines. Light doesn't travel instantly. Even though it moves at nearly 300,000 kilometers every second, crossing the immense distances between galaxies still takes billions of years. And when you look at the moon, you're seeing it about 1.25 seconds in the past. The sun appears as it was about 8 minutes ago. The Andromeda Galaxy appears roughly 2.5 million years younger than it is today. And the farther we look, the further back in time we see. In 2024, astronomers announced one of the most remarkable discoveries in modern astronomy. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, they confirmed an extraordinarily distant galaxy known as JWST 14-0. Its light has traveled for about 13.5 billion years before reaching Earth. That means we're seeing this galaxy as it existed only around 290 million years after the Big Bang. At the time of its discovery, it became the most distant and therefore earliest known confirmed galaxy ever observed. It is not literally the first galaxy that ever formed, but it is the earliest one humanity has confidently detected so far. Finding a galaxy this distant isn't like spotting a bright object in the night sky. It's more like searching for a single glowing grain of sand from thousands of kilometers away. The James Webb Space Telescope was designed for exactly this challenge. Unlike the Hubble Space Telescope, Webb actually primarily observes infrared light. As the universe expands, light from extremely distant galaxies is stretched into longer wavelengths. Visible light gradually shifts into infrared. This process is called cosmological redshift. Without infrared vision, these ancient galaxies would be almost impossible to detect. Discovering a faint object is only the first step. Astronomers then have to prove just how far away it really is. Webb carries an instrument called a spectrograph that separates light into its individual wavelengths, much like a prism creates a rainbow. Within that pattern are tiny fingerprints left by atoms and elements. By measuring how far those fingerprints have shifted toward longer wavelengths, astronomers can calculate the galaxy's redshift and estimate how long its light has been traveling. For JWST 14-0, those measurements confirmed that this galaxy truly belongs to one of the earliest chapters of cosmic history. Finding an early galaxy wasn't the surprise. Finding one this bright, this developed, and this early was. Many computer models predicted that galaxies only a few hundred million years after the Big Bang would still be relatively small and slowly assembling. Instead, Webb has revealed several surprisingly luminous galaxies from this era. JWST 14.0 appears to have formed stars rapidly, suggesting that galaxy growth in the young universe may have been faster, or at least more efficient than many astronomers expected. Rather than breaking the laws of physics, discoveries like this challenge scientists to refine their models of how the first galaxies formed. Imagine arriving at the site of a city that was only supposed to have a few tents, only to find towering buildings already standing. That's a little like what astronomers experienced. The early universe now appears to have been far more active than expected. Gas collapsed into stars. Stars gathered into galaxies. And all of it may have happened with remarkable speed. Every new observation from Webb is helping scientists understand how quickly structure emerged after the Big Bang. Whenever a surprising discovery makes headlines, it's tempting to ask, does this mean everything we believed was wrong? Not exactly. Science doesn't stand still, it improves. The standard picture of an expanding universe remains incredibly successful, but the details of how the first galaxies assembled are still being refined. Webb isn't overturning cosmology, it's giving scientists better evidence, allowing them to test ideas with greater precision than ever before. That's exactly how scientific progress works. One of the most exciting aspects of Webb's observations is that astronomers aren't just seeing galaxies, they're beginning to study what's inside them. Even in these incredibly early systems, Webb has detected chemical elements heavier than hydrogen and helium. Those heavier elements are forged inside stars. Their presence tells us that at least one generation of stars had already lived and died, enriching the galaxy with new material. That means cosmic history was unfolding astonishingly quickly. Astronomers call this period the cosmic dawn. It's when the first generations of stars and galaxies transformed a dark universe into one filled with light. As these early stars shone, their radiation gradually changed the gas between galaxies in a process known as rayonization. Understanding exactly when and how that happened remains one of astronomy's greatest challenges. Every distant galaxy Webb discovers provides another piece of that enormous cosmic puzzle. If Webb has already found galaxies this early, what else might still be waiting beyond them? Astronomers continue searching for galaxies that formed even closer to the beginning of the universe. Future observations will help determine whether objects like JWST 14.0 are rare exceptions or part of a much larger population. Each discovery helps reveal how the first stars formed, how galaxies evolved, and ultimately how our own cosmic neighborhood came to exist. At first glance, a tiny distant galaxy might seem disconnected from our everyday lives, but every atom in your body was forged through processes that began in ancient stars. Understanding the first galaxies means understanding the origin of everything that followed, including the Milky Way, the Sun, Earth, and us. The deeper we look into space, the deeper we look into our own history. For thousands of years, humanity looked into the night sky and wondered where everything began. Today, with the James Webb Space Telescope, we're no longer relying on imagination alone. We're seeing ancient light that has crossed almost the entire age of the universe to reach us. Every new discovery reminds us that the universe is still full of surprises, and somewhere beyond the limits of today's observations, even older galaxies may still be waiting to be found. The story of the cosmos isn't finished. In many ways, it's only just beginning. If you enjoyed this journey through one of the greatest discoveries in modern astronomy, subscribe to Dr. Malcolm and join us as we continue exploring the deepest mysteries of space, one incredible discovery at a time. Until next time, keep looking up.